Welcome. Do you have problems with student behavior in your classroom? Do your students seem to just act out all the time, or maybe your students seem to just temporarily behave in class? If you said yes to any of these questions, then we have a solution perfect for you. Our discipline model by Thomas Gordon, Discipline as Self-Control. Now you're thinking, self-control, that relies simply on the person who's causing the problem. Well, yes. And as a teacher, we know we hate giving up control in our classroom. We like to make sure everything is on point, on time, everyone's behaving. And unfortunately, with this discipline model, you are definitely going to have to give up some control in your classroom for it to work. Because students, yes, these students are in control in this discipline model, as students will be learning the skills necessary to solve discipline issues within the classroom. Now let's take a look into Gordon's principles teachings for this model. The first of Gordon's principal teachings is non-controlling methods of behavior change are available for teachers to use in influencing students to behave properly. What this means is teachers should not rely on their authoritative power in the classroom, rewards, or punishments to influence student behavior and to control students in the classroom. The second principle is the problem. Now, a problem is a condition, event, or situation that troubles someone. And a problem only exists when someone is troubled. The third principle is ownership of the problem. When an individual is troubled by a condition, event, or situation, that individual is said to own the problem. The next step is the I message. I messages are statements in which people tell how they personally think or feel about another's behavior or its consequence. So if you're a teacher in the classroom, you could say, I'm having trouble concentrating while there's so much noise going on in this classroom. Okay. The U messages are our last principle. And a U message is a statement of blame that is towards another person's behavior. And they should not be used to attempt to influence others. So an example would be for a teacher to say is, you girls are making too much noise. So what we're looking at now is the behavioral window. And the behavioral window is divided into 4 different sections. And those 4 different sections are divided by the line of acceptance. Now as a teacher, you need to understand all 4 sections so that you can pick out which skills that you need to help teach to your students to help solve any issues in discipline in the classroom. Now the first we're going to talk about is on the acceptable behavior list. So the behavioral is accepted by this teacher as appropriate. So what the first acceptable behavior is when another owns the problem. So this is when student's behavior causes a problem for the student only, and the student owns their own problem. So what the teacher will do is that they will teach the student and give strategies for helping skills that will help the students solve the disruptive behavior for themselves in the classroom. So, for example, we'll give you a situation. This is a bad example of using helping skills with a student.
You need to stop listening to your music and start doing push-ups. This is gym class.
I'm sorry?
Better example of how to use helping skills.
Hey guy, I see you're not dressed out for gym class today. Was there a problem? Something going on?
There was a couple issues at home, Coach. Well, I got to school late, and I didn't have too much time to get my clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I think we can find some extra gym shorts in the office if you want to participate with us.
Sure.
All right, good to hear. Let's go.
Second acceptable behavior occurs in the no problem area. And what happens in this area is student behavior does not cause a problem for either the student or a teacher, so there's no problem at all. So what a teacher would use in this type of situation are preventative skills. Now we're going to look at our third box on our behavior window. Now these are our unacceptable behaviors. And our first one is about I own the problem. This is when students' behavior causes a problem for the teacher. And now the teacher owns the problem. So what a teacher will do is that they will use confrontative skills with the students to help solve the behavior issue in the classroom. Now we'll look at 2 examples with a teacher on how to use confrontative skills in the classroom. First, let's look at a bad example of using confrontative skills.
I see that you're obviously on your phone, and that's really causing a problem for me because 1, you're not paying attention, and 2, you're distracting everybody else.
Okay.
Got a good example of using confrontative skills.
Hey man, you're kind of causing a little bit of problem for my instruction here in the class by being on the phone. Is there something that you need to take care of, or you need to call your parents or anything about?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't, I didn't mean to be disruptive at all. The thing is that my mom texted me with the family emergency,
Okay.
and I'm just kind of worried right now.
Oh no, absolutely. Well, let me know if you need anything and need to go talk to your mom or the principal or anything like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure will.
Yeah. Now, class, as we continue, blah 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 blah.
The final window on our behavioral model is another unacceptable behavior, and it's called we own the problem. So you're most likely to see this in your classroom happening and occurring between 2 students and their own set of issues. So what you have to do for these students is you need to teach conflict resolution skills. And these skills will definitely help you in the classroom, as well as help students later on in life in any other situations that they may find. So now we're going to look at a situation involving 2 students and how we would use our conflict resolution skills. A bad example of conflict resolution.
Ow! Stop! Stop! Stop!
Hey, what's going on here? I see that you're hitting him, so you're going to get punished, and we're going to give him ice cream.
Now this is a good example of conflict resolution.
Now, I saw you were just hitting him. Obviously, you 2 have a problem that needs to be worked out. What do you think would be a good conflict resolution?
Well, I think you should begin by apologizing.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to do it again? Is that good for you?
Okay.
All right, now shake hands as friends. Awesome.
Now that we've examined all 4 of our panels on our behavior window and have discovered our acceptable behaviors and our unacceptable behaviors and what skills you can use and teach your students to solve those issues in the classroom, we have now looked over any possible situation that might occur within your classroom. Well, we hope that this informative video has been very enlightening for you teachers, and we hope that you will pick our discipline model, discipline as self-control, as what you feel is best for your students in your classroom. And right now we are holding a special. For only 3 easy payments of $59.99 plus shipping and handling, we are going to sell you our discipline as self-control model. And we're going to give you much deeper information onto all that you need to help solve discipline issues in your classroom. So call now, 1-800-DISCIPLINE or 1-800-3472-475463. Call now, 1-800-DISCIPLINE or 1-800-3472-475463. We hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you.